Hey everyone, this is Astro Aisha the Great. On today's episode, I'll be talking about all you need to know about astrology. Anyways, this is my first video ever, and I hope I do so well. Now, as I said earlier, I'll be talking about everything you need to know about astrology. I realize a lot of people relate so much to only their sun sign, thinking that is the end of astrology. No, astrology goes wider than that. But before I start, let me explain and differentiate between the astrology and astronomy. Astronomers are these scientists that goes into the celestial body to capture the placement of the planets at that particular period. After doing that, they compile everything together and take it into a book which we call the ephemeris. So it is the ephemeris that the astrologers will take hold and different meaning to it, because what the astronomer has gathered, they can gather, okay, at this particular moment Jupiter is in this particular sign, Saturn is in this particular sign, Pluto is in this particular sign. Throughout all the planets, they will let us know that this is where the placement of each planet are. Then they compile it into the ephemeris, and we the astrologers get in touch with the ephemeris and put meaning into it. So that is that about that. Under astrology again, there's what we call the primal triad. Under this, some astrologers call it the big three. We have the sun, the moon, and the ascendant. The ascendant can also be called the rising sign, which is the particular planet that is rising at that particular moment you were born. That can be known for those who know the time they were born. Okay, I'm born so month and day and year, but 2:56 a.m., 3:55 p.m. Okay, that is when you can know your rising sign. So when I see people relating only to their sun sign, I just laugh like what? So the sun itself talks about your personality, your ego, how people perceive you, okay? And it is just a season in which you are born. Okay, for example, I'm born October 10, which means I'm a Libra. That is the liberal season. That doesn't mean that is the end of astrological meaning into my life. Okay, that about that. And the moon talks about your emotion, your sensitivity, okay, how you feel within yourself. But a lot of people does not know that. Only you feel that. Okay, for example, I have my moon in Taurus. Having your moon in Taurus simply means you cherish anything that has worth, you love money, okay? But people will not perceive that. Only you knows that within yourself, that this is who I am. That is how the moon works. Why the rising sign, also known as the ascendant? This is, like the first impression, what people feels about you the first time they know you. Then after they get to know you more better, they'll feel like, oh, I thought this person is this, not knowing this person is this. So that is how the rising sign works. And again, we also have the planet. The planet has a lot of work it does in your astrological chart. We have from the sun, moon, up to Pluto. Though the sun and moon is not classified as a planet, we call it luminaries. The sun and moon are luminaries, while from Mercury, Venus, Mars, Uranus, up to Pluto are classified as planets. And again, we have what we call the horoscope. Under this horoscope, it is like a circle. It has 12 houses. We have the first house, second house, up to the 12th house. So each and every house has the name given to them. This simply means the stages of life in someone's life. For example, the first house is known as the house of self. Second house of finance, how you will be getting your money. The third house talks about house of neighborhood. The fourth house talks about house of mother, house of home. Fifth house of children, or house of the first child, or house of entertainment, how fun you are. The sixth house talks about house of health. Seventh house of marriage, house of partnership. Eighth house talks about house of death, house of inheritance. The ninth house is the house of higher education, house of long distance journey. The 10th house is the house of career, house of father. The 11th house is the house of friendship. While the 12th house, which is the last house, talks about house of enemy, mysterious things in someone's life, hidden secrets, okay, what is not known to outsider. That is what the 12th house talks about. So it's just like a pointer. That is what the horoscope does. Horoscope is a pointer, like it's pointer. At this particular moment, watch your health. At this particular month, you will get married. At this particular, depending on what is happening in that house, depending on the transit that enters that house, it will put more light into that house. I'm just trying to shorten it. Everything I've made mention on are more wider than that. But as a first timer, I'm just trying to do some introduction to you about astrology, because I realize a lot of people put more light on the sun sign than any other thing. I feel that is what they know about it. They are not astrologers, so I can't blame them for that. But I'm just trying to enlighten you and put more knowledge into you that astrology is very much more wider than that. So last but not the least, I would like to talk about what we call the lunar nodes. Lunar nodes are not planets. Okay, there are two types of lunar nodes. We have the north node and the south node. They are pointer in which tells you the path in which you should follow in life, because the north node is this present life, talks about the path you should follow in this present life, while your south node talks about your past life. A lot of people fall into a victim of doing what their past life is because they've been so much comfortable there. Astrologically, we believe in reincarnation, that after death the soul reincarnates and come back to life. So a lot of people find it so difficult to act on their north node, and if you keep on acting on your north node, to get to your desired place in life will be a bit difficult. So in order to achieve your aim in a very faster way, you need to follow your north node. It is a 180-degree opposition, the north node and the south node, which means any sign in your north node, the opposite sign will be in your south node. For example, I have my north node in Libra. Obviously, my south node is in Aries. If you're having your north node in Scorpio, your south node will be in Taurus, and so on and so forth. The opposition sign of your north node is your south node. So a lot of people find it difficult to act on their north node. I personally, before I know astrology, I act on my south node a lot, which is I have my south node in Aries. I'm too bossy, I'm not really friendly. I feel, why should I have partner with people? I believe I can do things on my own, So when I stopped that act, though it was difficult at first, when I started acting on my north node in Libra, I feel this accomplished. I know you'll be curious on how can you get your birth chart. There are different websites I can refer you to. We have Astrology Cafe, we have Costa. Though I'm working on my own website, I'm still cooking something. So before then, you can go into that. I'll be ending this video right now. Stay tuned to another interesting episode. Next time, same channel. Thank you very much. I love you. Bye.